Welcome to the Interaction and Communication workshop. In this workshop, I will show you some tools that Canvas provides to faculty and students to use as interaction and communication tools. Some of the tools are the announcements, the inbox messaging, calendar, the to-do list, Zoom meetings, discussions, maybe using the analytics and also using the gradebook as a way to communicate with the students. So let's go to review the announcements index page. So you can see the announcements right here in the course menu. So you can view all your course announcements in the announcements index page. As an instructor, you can also create announcements and modify announcement settings. You can see that we have 3 announcements here. Let's go open the welcome class announcement here. So at the top, you can see that we have some settings at the top of the page. And also you can see the announcement here, who created the announcement, the date that was created and the date that was posted, and the information, and also the reply option. At the top, you can search by announcements. You can view all, or you can just search by unread announcements. You can sort the announcements, view as a split screen, or expand the threads. On the right side of the announcement index page, you can see at the right side, you can see these 3 dots here. You also have the option to mark all as read, mark all as unread, the edit, the delete, the send to, copy to, and share to commons. So first, if you want to send this announcement or share with another faculty, you can click in send to, and then you can type the email here and send this announcement to a faculty if you want to share that. You can also copy this announcement to another course. So you can look for the list. This is a training course, so I don't have anything here, but you can look for another course and then you can copy the announcements into another course. If you want to edit these announcements, you click in the edit option. And here you can edit the announcement. You can change the title of the announcements, or maybe you would like to add more information here. In these specific announcements, you can see that we allow participants to comment. So if a student receive or see this announcement, students can reply to the announcement. You can also use the allow liking, so students can just put a like for the discussion, for the announcement. You can add the date when the announcement is going to be open and the date when it's going to be closed. And when you're done here, you just click save. I'm going to click cancel. I don't want to make any changes. Now let's go back to the announcements here. As you can see, we have these 3 announcements here. The announcements are listed in reverse chronological order, with the newest announcements first and the older announcement posted maybe towards the bottom. Each announcement includes the title of the announcement, the profile picture of the user who posted the announcement. We also have the unread indicator. This dot here is the unread indicator. It just shows that it's an unread announcement here. On the right side, you can see the announcement post date, the number of unread or total replies in the announcement. So I have 1 unread replies and 1 reply. And the options icon to manage individual announcement settings. You can delete these announcements, or you can click here, allow comments, if this is a setting that you haven't set up before. And at the top, you also have these filter options, to look for all or just the unread announcements. You can search here. You can also add a new announcements or mark all as unread. So when you create a new announcement, you click here in the plus announcement. And here is where you're going to add the title, the instructions, or the information about the announcements. Usually the announcements is to provide students like information about, the weekly lessons, the due dates, any updates in the course, something that is going to keep the students updated on a weekly basis on the class schedule, updates, or any information relevant to the course. You can also attach a file here, and you can see you have the text editing here that you can, do any text editing. You can add a link, picture, videos. You can also upload documents. So it provides the same text editor options that you can see in discussions and assignments. And right here at the bottom, you can see the options. If you want students to be able to comment on the announcements, you can check this box, allow participants to comments. And then, as I explained before, you can add the date when it's open and the date when it's closed. So this is an option if you prefer to communicate back and forth with the students in the announcements. Now let's see the student view. To reply to a Canvas announcement, a student needs to open a specific announcement. Then click on the reply option, allowing them to type the response and submit it. However, this feature is only available if the instructor has enabled the option to allow replies on announcements within the course settings. So the student just open the announcement. You also can see the name of the author of the announcements, the profile picture, when the announcement was created, when it was posted, the information. For the students to reply to this announcement, they just click on reply, and it's going to open a text box with all this text box editor in the top for them to use when they reply to the announcement. And when they are done, they can just go back here to reply to send the announcement. Now to reply to a student comment in the announcements, let's go back to the announcements index page. Let's go open this announcement here. So as an instructor, you want to reply to a comment in the announcement. You can see here we have this example here. I can click this at mark as unread, or I can click on the reply option to reply to that student comment in the announcements. So this is the way that you can use the announcements as a communication and interaction tool in Canvas to communicate with the students using the announcements, and also giving students the option to reply to add comments to the announcements. Just think about another way of communicating with the students. I also would like to mention that if you would like to receive notifications of the announcements, comments in your Outlook email, you can go here to your account in the left side in the global navigation menu and go here to notifications. And scroll all the way down to announcements, and if you look at the right side, I already have a green kind of bell here, but you can set up here how often do you want to receive notifications: immediately, daily summary, weekly summary, or you can turn off the notifications if you don't want to receive notifications regarding your announcements on your email. When you apply these settings, it's applied to all the courses unless you change the settings to just to a specific course. The next tool is the inbox tool in the global navigation menu. The Canvas inbox is not an email. Depending on each user's notification settings, they may receive an email notification delivered to their email account, informing them that the message has been sent to them via the inbox notifications in Canvas. In the top, you can see that we have different ways to filter. You can look for messages in all courses or just a specific course. In the second one, you can see that we can filter by unread messages, send, submission comments, and other options here. You can search by specific courses and users. In the right side, you can see the icon to compose a new message. We have two examples here. I can see that I have this message here. So I open that message. And in the right side, I can click on reply. And it opens the compose message option where I can reply, adding the text here. I can also add an attachment, record an audio, a video comment. And when you're ready, just click on send. I'm just going to cancel because this is just a demonstration. In the three dots here, with this, open the options for this message. We can reply to all, we can forward, or we can delete this message. Let's go click on the compose a new message here. You can see that it's almost the same. You can choose the specific course. You can add here the name. It's a name here. If I can find any name here for the students, this is just a demonstration, so we cannot find anything here as a student, but you can add the subject, the information. You can also add an attachment, add an audio or video comment, and then click send. You can see at the top right that when I open the message, I have other options too, to reply to all, to archive, or to delete the message. And opening the options, you can also mark as unread, forward, or use the star. So this is the second tool that you can use for interaction and communication in Canvas. Now let's go to show you the calendar. We're going again to the global navigation. Click on the calendar index page. So the calendar is a great way to view everything you have to do for all your courses in one place. You can view the calendar events by day, by week, by month, by agenda. On the right side, you can see a quick view of the calendar and the list of courses and groups, or any updated items for your courses and groups. Canvas assigns a color to each of the calendars. You can change the color just clicking in the colors options, so you can change the colors. You can also click on these boxes and it's going to show all the items in each of the courses that are posted in the calendar. If I want to see only what is posted in the training course, then I uncheck these boxes for the other calendars and just click on the one for the training course. And it's going to show all the events and assignments, discussions, or quizzes added to this specific course. Everything that it shows in the calendar is because all these discussions, assignments, or quizzes have a due date. You can also manually create, if you click in one of the dates, you can manually add an event. Or you can also add an assignment. Just put the assignment title, the date. Let's go to put the training course, assignments group, publish. You can click on more options. And when you click in more options, it's going to open this page that you can also add using the text editor here. You can add more information, you can add links, you can add images, add any recordings, upload documents, add a YouTube video. So you will be able to add more detailed information when you click in more options. You can add the points, what is the assignment group, how the students are going to submit the assignment. So all the settings right here for creating an assignment. And when you're done, you just click on save and it's going to save that assignment into the calendar. You can also move things around in the calendar. For example, this in-person meeting, if I want to change it, the date, I can just drag and drop it right here in the new date. and then that's it. It's going to be in the new date. So this is another way that you can interact with the students using the calendar. So now I'm going to show you the next tool that we have in Canvas, that is the Zoom meeting. You can find the Zoom meetings in the course navigation menu. When you open the course navigation menu, if you don't see it, just click in the three lines here in the top left. It's going to open the menu and go all to Zoom meetings. So Zoom is a video conferencing tool that can be used in online courses in many different ways. You can use it for scheduling classes, maybe holding discussions, hosting office hours, recording lectures. So using Zoom is a very good way to interact and communicate with the students in online courses, and we have this tool integrated into Canvas. So now let's go take a look at the discussions. The discussions index page is in the global navigation. Just click in the discussion index page. And we have few examples here in this training course. So Canvas provides an integrated system for class discussions, allowing both instructor and students to start and contribute to discussions as desired. Discussions allows for interactive communication between two or more students, and users can participate in a conversation with an entire class or a group. Also, discussions can be created as an assignment for grading purposes, or simply serve as a forum for maybe for current events, or for Q&A, or for a student lounge, or a place that the students can interact with each other. For this workshop, I'm not going to explain how to create discussions, but I'm going to show you the different examples that we have here. At the top of the page, you see that we have the pin discussions. In Canvas, pin discussions are discussions that instructors want students to see at the top of the discussions page. The pin discussions maybe highlight discussions that students should pay attention, or maybe discussions for a specific week or any specific announcements. So these are the discussions that are going to be under this section. And the other discussions are just displayed here at the bottom of the page. And the discussions closed for comments. The students can still see the discussions, but they are not going to be able to reply to the discussions. So any discussions under the closed for comments are going to be here. You can create, for example, a Q&A discussion. And maybe in this Q&A discussion that is going to open to the students to maybe answer, maybe ask for questions, or maybe clarify. You can use it for clarify some course policies, or get feedback to students. So this can be an open discussion for the students. Another way to interact with the students using the discussions is to also to create an introduction discussion. For example, introduce yourself to the class, the first week of class, the students add their name, a brief overview of the professional background, the expectation for the course, anything that you would like to add to the introduction. You can post the questions here and also ask students to reply to other students. It can be one student, two students, but that's a way to create the interaction between students using the discussions in Canvas. And as I mentioned before, you can also create discussions for assignments. You can see here we have an example for week 1 discussion that the students just click there. They can add the discussion, they read the discussion, they can reply, and you can put instructions here. Students need to reply to another students in order to get a grade for that discussion. Another way that you can interact and communicate with the students is providing feedback to assignments. We're going to go again to the course navigation. I'm going to go to the assignments. And for the purpose of this workshop, I'm going to show you this example here for this assignment. And in the right side, I'm going to click in the speed grader. And I'm going to look for a specific assignment. So this is an example of an assignment, and the reason why I want to show you this assignment is because here you can also interact and communicate with the students. You can add notes here. If I click in the T here for annotation, you can just click and add comments for this assignment. You can also kind of use the annotation or add any comments in a specific section and leave a comment here for the student. You can also students, so when you put a comment for the students here, the student can also is going to receive this comment, and the student can reply back to the instructor using the reply button. And I'm just going to click delete. In the right side, you can see also that we have this option here to add comments. Add comments to the student. You can also have this editor here if you want to, edit the text. And right here you can also click here in the comment library. This little icon here is going to show you maybe suggestions of typing that you used before you have any comments in the library, and then you can choose from there so you don't have to retype again. And then when you're ready, just click submit. So this is another great way to interact and communicate with the students using the feedback for assignments. Now I would like to show you the new analytics is also in the course menu. So the new analytics index page is going to show at the top. You can see that we have the course grade, weekly online activity, students, and reports. Each of these tabs have a message like a little this envelope that is going to show you that you can interact with the students. For example, for the course grade, if I click here, I can choose, for example, missing, how many students are missing grades or they're late. If I go to the weekly online activity, if I click in the message again, it's going to show me the view, didn't view, participated, didn't participated, and then you can choose the subject and how many students. I can see 7 students here. View. Let me see if I click didn't view, 0 students, 6 students participated and 1 student didn't participate. And then based on that, you can choose that student and send a message to that specific student. Now let's go to the Students tab here. Let's go choose the first one as an example here. At the top, you can see that I can message this student directly. The Communication tab in Student Level Analytics shows the message history for messages sent using Canvas. So it's the history of messages between you and that specific student. And again, at the top, you can see that I can message this student directly. So using new analytics in Canvas allow instructors to communicate with the students based on a specific criteria. Instructors can send messages to students based on their grades or maybe course participation. They can use the Communication tab to see the message history. The instructors can email a student directly from the Student Level Analytics page just by clicking in that little envelope icon that appears in one of, on the student page. So New Analytics is a good tool in Canvas to provide interactive communication and interaction and communication between faculty and students. And another way to interact or communicate with the students is using the grades or the gradebook in Canvas. So allow instructors to send messages to targeted students based on criteria or maybe submissions of the assignments, or maybe students don't know how to submit the assignments. And I'm going to use this one here. If I click in Natalie Baker again, it's going to open in the right side this option here, and you can see the little envelope here that I can email directly to Natalie based on whatever criteria I see in her gradebook. Or maybe you can also, I see here, let's see, she didn't submit this assignment, and then I click in this little arrow here and it's gonna open this option here in the right side again, and I can leave a comment for her right here in the comment section just regarding this specific assignment. Let's see, I'm gonna do this one here. If I go to the speed rater here, it's going to take me to that specific assignment too. And also I can add here comments that maybe why she didn't submit the assignment or why she's late. You can also attach a file or use the common library to add the comments. So this is a good way also to interact with the students in Canvas. So this is the end of the workshop. We cover different ways and tools that you can use in Canvas for interaction and communication strategies. The announcements, the inbox, the calendar, the Zoom meetings, discussions, feedback and assignments, announcements, the new analytics, and the gradebook. So thank you for taking the time to listen, and I hope you enjoy the workshop.